Today, we have a lot of gaming news for you. Chris Evans might be returning to Marvel, and Jared likes to suck on what?
Travis,
What up,
I really
boys?
hope
You
you
changed-
think
and
that joke was
girls.
worth it. I really hope that you think that joke was worth it.
You
I did it
changed
for
the
you.
wording of it, and I was not prepared for that.
I know.
So,
I had to catch you off guard, baby.
You did,
Well, anyways,
you did.
welcome to another episode of Nerds with Mics. This is episode 164, take 2. I'm Travis.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Justin.
Wait a second. Jared didn't cock his head to the side this time.
I'm getting better
Kind
at
of
this.
alarmed.
I'm ready for it.
He said, I'm Jared, not this. He didn't hit you with a... Anyways, we have a jam-packed show today. We're going to talk about some gaming news. We're also going to talk about some movie news and TV news. And then also, Justin is going to share his thoughts on who he thinks is going to win big at the Video Game Awards. And and Jared and I are going to bring our topics, but more on that later. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started by talking about what you sweet, sweet boys have been up to. We'll start with you, Justin.
Okay.
Justin, you're going to be broken by the end of this episode.
I
I can already
am
tell.
broken. I'm still watching Shrinking. A new episode drops tonight. Can't wait.
It's the finale, I think.
I think we have a couple more.
I think you're a liar. I'll
Look it
look.
up.
Go ahead.
Fact check me. I think it's a 12-episode season. I think we're on episode 10 tonight.
Oh, okay. A tenors. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Been watching that. Been rewatching Severance.
I think you need to switch your hard drive out to a solid state. You're kind of...
Why is that?
You're like,
I'm just thinking.
I can just hear the dial-up internet in the background.
Yes.
Mhm.
On the video game front, I see someone change my notes, and that's fantastic.
wasn't me.
That's a good one.
You're welcome.
I've been playing a lot. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. If you haven't played Marvel Rivals, you should be. It's free.
Marvel Rivals.
It's better than anything Overwatch has ever done. So yeah, shots fired.
I wasn't expecting how big the character list was.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I will say, it's funny you say Overwatch. Travis and I were playing earlier, and we got absolutely pooped on by somebody, and I was like, oh, so it's Diva. And Travis was like, yep,
I've also been playing the new Indiana Jones game, which, Jared, can you help me out with the title of that game since you did my notes?
For some reason, you have it typed in as Indiana Jones and the Golden Shower. So
I have it typed in that
I'm
way.
not quite sure what game you're playing, Justin.
Pretty
but...
sure you thanked me, or you asked me to thank you for that or whatever. But no, Golden Circle, right? Now you've got me confused.
I think
Yes,
I think you're both wrong. It's actually the
Great
Golden
Circle.
Glory Hole. No, it's the Golden Glory Hole. Yeah.
Anyway,
I know what it was. I was thinking too much about what was it? Pacific Rim Job, Never Too Big. That's what it was.
Call back
What a
to
callback.
Maxwell.
The deep cut right there.
Deep cut. Rivals is amazing. Indiana Jones is amazing. And I think I even mentioned this a month or so ago, where it was odd that I kind of felt like two games that should be in Game of the Year contention are going to come out too late. And here we are. And I think I'm right. Both games, top notch. Marvel Rivals is everything I wanted it to be. I played in the betas over the summer and just could not wait for this day to come. It's here. It's all I've been playing. Well, not all I've been playing, but then Indiana Jones, I was a little nervous about Indiana Jones because some of the videos, especially when it came to combat, looked a little just like off. Happy to say this game has phenomenal combat. In fact, the game is just like, oh, you can go in stealthy or you can fight your way through it if you want, but stealthy is like the best way. And I'm like, no, this combat's so much fun. I'm beating everyone up.
My favorite part about it is, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more later on too, but when you're in a fight, the fist fight sound effects are like the old, like cheesy, like what you would expect from an Indiana Jones movie for the sound of a fight. It's so good.
Yes. This game has just a great attention to detail. And it just does like a lot of stuff right. And I haven't found anything wrong so far. So when the reviews came out last week, I was very hyped for this. And yeah, it's incredible. I truly hate that they released it as late as they did, because I know that next year it will be probably victim to not only recency bias, but just a stacked year of games that we're supposed to get with like GTA and Monster Hunter and Death Stranding and everything else that's coming next year. So I feel like that kind of sucks for them, but it's a solid game. Machine Games is just so good at what they do. So
it's definitely one of
Indiana
the
Jones.
best looking games I think I've played so far this year. And honestly, really surprised. Yes, I did have to upgrade my GPU, but it's probably one of the best looking games I've played this year too.
Did you have to upgrade, or did you just want to for like the experience you wanted?
Wanted to for the experience I wanted out of that game, because I tried it with my 3070, played through the intro, and as soon as I went in the intro, I was playing on medium settings and getting like 40 frames, and I was like, this is not how I want to experience like the Indiana Jones game or what it should be. So
dang, I'm surprised you only got 40 on medium. I'm getting 90 on high with my 3080. And yeah, like no issues. I'm having a good time.
Can't
it's
imagine
probably one of the best.
like when I booted up on my 2080 Ti. It's gonna be great.
I will be honest, it's probably one of the best optimized games I've seen in a long time. For the graphics quality you get, it runs a lot smoother than what I expected.
Yeah. And I know like Machine Games made it, but it's like under that Bethesda umbrella, right?
Yep.
I haven't really noticed any bugs.
Which was super surprising to me as well.
Yeah, but Machine Games, they're like top tier in my eyes. Like they are elite developers.
Well, especially they are really good developers when it comes to beating up and killing Nazis. So
yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely their kink. And I'm here for it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Jared, what about you?
So much like you, Justin, been playing some Golden Circle.
That's weird. Wonder what Maddie will have to say about that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's get her on and ask her.
But other than that, last night played some Fortnite with another deep cut here, old Terry. Some old Terrence played some Fortnite with him. Found out I'm still garbage at Fortnite. Would you have played?
I would have, yeah. I actually like Fortnite. I like zero build mode.
That's what the first game we played, he put us into normal build, and I got absolutely crapped on by somebody who can build a tower in the sky. Then we played no build, and it wasn't.
You guys want to run some trios tonight? Let me know.
I am more than down. I will see if I can get old Terrence in. Other than that, Secret Level, something I've been excited for, dropped today. Travis, did you ever get to watch the first episode? I know we talked about it earlier.
I just watched it as I was eating before we got on here, the Dungeons and Dragons episode, and it was pretty awesome.
So I'll give some thoughts on it as we get through, but like I enjoy it for the thoughts. I enjoy it for the most part. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's the same guy who directed Love, Death, and Robots, which is one of my favorite Netflix shows. But it's definitely, when you watch it, hopefully, Justin, you plan on watching as well, but there are definitely episodes that I would consider like the top out of what we've gotten so far, which we only got half the season today. We get the other half next week. As I mentioned earlier, upgraded my PC. So went from my 3070 to a 4070 Ti Super. So pretty decent performance upgrade there. I know I'm trying to talk Travis into getting one as well. I sent him a crazy deal on one, but I think it's sold out. Unfortunately, I don't think it's coming back for the same deal it was on. And then been playing some Marvel Rivals, which I had very little tied up into that game. Like had not looked into it at all, had not watched gameplay or anything. And Travis and I played probably Travis, 5 or 6 games earlier before the podcast.
Yeah. I think I got up to level 4 or 5, but yeah.
And I will say it's really fun. I really enjoy it. The amount of character selection you have is kind of nuts for a game that just came out, because most games like that, you expect them to have 10 to 12, and then you end up just getting more as you go. This one, it just seems like they kind of went all out and gave you everything they could.
And I love that everything's unlocked. There doesn't seem to be anything.
Right, which most of your hero shooters like that, it's, buy the battle pass to unlock this character, which, I mean, they could always still do down the road. But, I mean, to give us as much content as they did off the start, I'm a big fan of it. But really, that's all I've been up to, and I'll pass it over to Travis.
I do have a quick question for you both since you've played it. So a few characters that are not in the game have already leaked online. They'll probably come later as movies and shows drop. But one character that people on the subreddit really want is Thanos. And how would you suggest a Thanos ultimate working? Because Thanos didn't kill everybody. He wiped out half.
I said snap and half the team goes away. Just instant kill.
From anywhere.
Yep.
That'd be a
That
good
seems
one.
a little OP.
What if it's half? What if it's half of all the players? Your team.
Ooh,
and their
you could
team,
also
but
kill
you
your
don't know which half.
Ooh. Yeah,
Or
it's a
what if
roll
it
of the
just takes
dice,
everybody
baby.
to half health? That way it's still relying on your team's combat too.
Yeah, but then a healer could just pop their ultimate and cheese it.
Yeah, but the thing is if you pop that when characters are already at half, it would kill them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just give
Yeah,
him just give him the little butterfly knife whenever he's talking about balances, all things it should be, and he just has to run around with that the entire time.
That's his weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Travis,
Yeah.
what about you?
What do I think?
What have you been up to?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been watching some old Christmas movies. My girlfriend and I watched Home Alone 1 and 2. Forgot how good those movies are. Which of the two is your... I feel like both of you are going to say the first one, but if you had to choose, which of the two is your favorite?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like the setting in 2, but I still think I like the nostalgia of 1 better, if that makes sense. Yeah. Plus, you get John Candy. Also played some board games, so that was fun. Not a whole lot of gaming this week. I am getting back into it. I've been watching Silo, Shrinking, and also Bob's Burgers still. That continues to be the same. My girlfriend is in Montana for the next 10 days, so if you boys want to game any, I will have lots of time to do so in the evenings. So
don't you tease me with a good time.
Just holler at my butt cheeks.
Deal. Done. So. What?
Denzo. But yeah, so that's all really I've been up to. I guess what are you smiling at, Jesse? You look like you're up to no good.
The butt cheeks thing made me laugh.
Let's go ahead and get into recent news. And I'll start us off by talking about some Marvel Rival news. So Marvel Rival actually surpassed 10 million players in just 72 hours after its full launch on December 6th, which is pretty impressive. In addition to that, Marvel Rivals is receiving positive reviews from players across Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. And developer NetEase Games will expand Marvel Rivals with new characters in the future and plans to release Season 1 starting in January 25. And I'm assuming these are when some of these characters that Justin was alluding shall appear. My question is, what would you do if they introduced Daredevil? Is your screen just black, or how's that work?
We actually talked about that the other day. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, so what? Well, let me ask you this, though. Since nothing is official, what is one character you would like to see come to the game?
Oh, man.
I want more shooter classes, personally, because that's what I'm better at, personally. But I would like to see Deadpool, maybe. Since Wolverine's in it, I'd like to see Deadpool. I think
Deadpool cool. And Vision.
Ooh, Vision would be a good one.
Vision would be a really good one.
Scarlet Witch is in there.
Yeah, they could have a team-up ability.
Yeah. What about you, Jared?
Honestly, I haven't played Iron Man in that game yet, but I feel like Iron Man and War Machine would be really cool because they give you that, the second character that can fly around and still do damage versus just Iron Man. Because I feel like I killed Iron Man a bunch when we played Travis just because he's really the only one flying around and I could just shoot him while he's hovering there. So
I would love to see a Miles Morales. I think that would be cool too. Because he could
Peter
have a whole
Porker.
Different set of abilities. You know what I mean? Which I think
Doc
would be cool.
Freaking Ock.
Ooh,
that would
he
be
can
cool.
climb on the walls.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun.
That would be cool.
Yank people in.
I'm surprised the Goblin's not in it with his glider, honestly.
Oh, Goblin would be good too. Man.
Give me Sandman in there.
They could really do something with this, with all the characters that they could bring, you know?
Sandman could kind of Jeff his way, turn down and scoot across the ground.
My name's Jeff.
He could be like a tank.
Yeah, that's true.
And his ultimate ability, he goes into sand form, just takes more damage because the bullets are going through.
The other day we were talking about this. My friend Greg mentioned Ant-Man, and you could shrink down or get bigger. Either way, depending on.
I'm not sure if have you played Rocket yet, Justin?
Yeah.
Rocket was such a shock to me the first time I loaded in as him because your camera angle is the same with most of the characters, and you play Rocket and you're just so much closer to the ground.
Yeah. It is. It's cool though. I like that support class though that he is.
I'd like to add the rest of the Guardians too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. So I know it's NetEase is the developer. What else have they made?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know. But
I didn't know that they were the developer until I read your notes over here, Travis. But I have never heard of them personally, so I just wasn't
A
sure
whole
if you all
bunch of
had.
nothing. They do the Once Human game. It looks like that's on Steam. It's pretty popular now.
Gotcha.
well, good for them for knocking it out of the park with this. Then that's great.
Yeah.
Now, Jared, I'm interested to hear this story about Naughty Dog. What do you got for us?
So nothing out about it yet. So it's kind of similar. I had a story a couple weeks ago where I mentioned that the developers of Hogwarts Legacy had hired an art director, but Naughty Dog has recruited the art director from The Last of Us to work on their next game. Which, if I love the art style of Last of Us, so if it's anything post-apocalyptic, it's going to get knocked out of the park. Or even if it's not, I mean, I would just be interested to see what they do with it. So
Yeah.
and again,
Yeah.
not much I can go off of based off news with that one. I just thought it was. I love Naughty Dog as a developer, so seeing that they're working on something and bringing him as an art director.
Some of the rumors are is their next title, and I don't know if this is rumors or it's been confirmed, but I know that there's rumors that it could possibly be a sci-fi game, which I would be totally down for.
I've heard that.
That would be really cool.
Because it's something different. It's not post-apocalyptic. It's not like Indiana Jones style. It's just something completely different, which is cool. So
I have a theory.
let's hear it, Justin. What is that theory?
It's a fun one. It's for the Game Awards.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry. Who asked?
I have a theory. It's for the Game Awards, okay? And I think it's going to be Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin, right? They're going to talk about the Last of Us TV show. They're going to show a trailer for season 2, right?
Okay.
When that's over, he's going to announce the next Naughty Dog game.
You think it's Last of Us 3?
I think it could. I think that could be.
I don't want it to be.
I do, and I have a storyline for that's for a different episode. But the reason why is because Sony is very heavily involved in this year's show. They're giving away a PS5 Pro for 15 minutes during the broadcast. Also, Jason Schreier said that there's at least 2 games that's going to make gamers be like, "Holy crap!" Like, so.
Oh, that they're going to announce.
Not necessarily Sony, but just 2 announcements, and I think Naughty Dog's next game would definitely be one of those.
I'm wondering if we're going to see more on GTA 6.
We could.
We'll get an update that it's been delayed even further.
I think they're going to do their own thing. I don't think they want to like rely on the Game Awards. I think they'll just like drop it at some point.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting theory. I guess we'll see. When is the Game Awards? Because I'd like to. Did we decide? Is it the 18th?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Depending
what time
on
do they
the
start?
time.
I think 7:30.
You probably work, don't you, Jared?
That's what I'm looking at now.
We'll try to see if we can stream it if anybody's available. If not, we might just try to do it later. Who knows? Or we could just go live and talk about our thoughts.
Thoughts on
All
your
right.
thoughts?
So it has been confirmed that Chris Evans is returning to the Marvel Universe in Avengers Doomsday. Now, it isn't said what exactly his character will be. So it's not clear if he'll be Captain America. It's not clear if he'll be Johnny Storm. Obviously, we saw him recently in Deadpool and Wolverine. Who knows? He could show up as a completely different character outside of those two. Any guesses on who you think he might show up as, and also who you would like to see him show up as?
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, I don't think it'll be Cap.
It'll just be old man Cap again. It'll just be him in the background. It's cameo.
Will it be like the cameo for 28 Days Later?
Yes.
Is that what it's going to be? Yes, I'll be curious to see. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about Avengers Doomsday. I watched a cut somebody had made of all the Marvel movies leading up to Avengers Endgame, and I'm just like, I just don't know if they could do this again. You know what I mean? It just seems like such a rarity that they can do that again, and it makes me a little sad. And also not sure how I feel about Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm not sure. All right, Jared, news about Baldur's Gate? Yeah.
So I know we had mentioned a while ago doing a playthrough on Baldur's Gate, but I think we might have to wait a little bit, like you and I were talking about earlier, Travis. Haven't seen anything about what they are going to be yet. So one thing that is on there, I know Justin's a little console boy, likes playing his games on his console instead of his
little
PC.
console boy.
This might work out better for him when we start doing it, but they are adding crossplay to Baldur's Gate 3, but more exciting news than that is we are getting 12 new subclasses
That's
added
wild.
to BG3, which
That's a lot.
If you've played it yet, there is so much content already there, and the fact that they haven't lined up to add 12 more is insane to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about that because I think I'd mentioned it before on the podcast that I don't even think I finished chapter 1 in that game because by the time I got to play that game, all my friends had already moved on past it. And that's the kind of game I like to enjoy with people just to see how things unfold. You know what I mean? So I will be excited to go back and revisit this game and try to finish it once this update comes out. But I feel like it's just worth waiting so we can see what else other classes we can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Justin, what do you got for us?
I've got a couple of new pieces of news from TV and movies. The first one, really, like when I saw this headline, I thought this has to be fake, right? Jeremy Allen White, famously from Shameless and The Bear,
Yes, chef.
has been cast in the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu movie as Jabba the Hutt's son. Now, details are scarce at the moment. I don't know if he's playing like a humanoid type character or a slug type character. I'm hoping it's a slug type because if it's a humanoid type character, it's really going to lead to some more questions really than answers as to how this happened. I don't really want to know. But like, this doesn't seem like a real story. Does it not? It seems very bizarre, right?
It does. It
Also,
seems super strange.
We don't need Jabba the Hutt's son.
We've already had him.
We've
already had Jabba the Hutt's son.
Who? I'm blanking.
Yeah, we had Clone Wars had Jabba the Hutt's son.
Oh, yeah.
Are
you all excited for this movie?
I don't know.
I have
not really.
Hype. Yeah, I do
not really. I'll be honest. I tried to watch Skeleton Crew, and maybe I'll give it another chance. But I got about halfway through the first episode, and I just turned it off. I was like, I'll try to come back and watch this later.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet. I'm still planning on watching it with Owen, but just haven't had.
I think I may just wait till it's completely done, and then I'll try to go back and watch it. But yeah, it was kind of slow starting. But evidently it's supposed to be like Goonies in space, so I don't know.
Okay.
There's not been too many of the Star Wars shows that I've been like a massive fan of, aside from Mandalorian, but
I think Ahsoka is probably my favorite one so far.
I don't think I ever watched Ahsoka all the way through, to be honest.
Oh, that's good.
I really like The Acolyte. I know I'm in the minority, but I really liked it. Pretty bummed that it was canceled.
Did you ever watch the animated Clone Wars show?
Mm-hmm. I haven't finished it.
That is one thing I would love to have as a live action Clone Wars show, but
that's pretty much Ahsoka. Well, it's more Rebels, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to watch the new animated Lord of the Rings. I don't know if it's a Lord of the Rings show or Lord of the Rings movie.
It comes out. Yeah, it came out today, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Next up, I have some like reboot revival news. First off, one of my favorite shows of all time is Scrubs. Bill Lawrence. It's official. He's reviving Scrubs. No word on who's going to be returning, although I have another theory. Not really a theory, more of a wish list. So, Travis, you've seen Scrubs, right?
Yeah.
Jared, have you seen Scrubs?
I have not.
Okay. Here's my theory, all right? I think that Dr. Cox, right, will kind of be in like...
Nice. Is he going to take Bobo's spot?
I think he'll be like in the Kelso kind of like, grumpy, or even more so than he was. But to have that, I don't think JD is going to fill the old Dr. Cox void. I think they're going to get Brett Goldstein because he can play that rough kind of, edgy type doctor. I think they have to incorporate Brett Goldstein into this Scrubs reboot. I feel like they have to. He's in everything with Bill Lawrence now. They have to.
I mean, he is, but I don't know if he'd want to do it, to be honest.
I think you would. But also just announced today, Meet the Parents 4 is in the works. The original cast and writer set to return, which the first two were pretty good. The third one, not so much, but enough time has passed. Maybe they can capture that special spark again with part 4. Who knows? I mean, Ben Stiller and De Niro are great, so we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we will see. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into our topics of the week. Justin, we're going to start with yours because you got that big boy topic. So I know the past few weeks you've been all about what's going to happen at the Game Awards. I think we even discussed it last week. Go ahead and tell us who you think's going to win, and then Jared and I can try to step in and tell you you're wrong.
Okay, so I'm not actually going to go through every category. This is just a
Okay, that's
personal
fine.
list that I made. I'm just going to hit the big ones, okay? So I made a list of what I think will win versus what I want to win. So for Game of the Year, I have Rebirth for both. I think it's going to win, and that's also the one that I want to win. I know you all think it's going to be Black
Sellout.
Myth Wukong. What?
He called you a
What?
sellout.
Okay. For game direction, though, I want Astrobot to win this one, but I think it's going to be Metaphor ReFantazio. And also, same thing for narrative. I think Metaphor is going to win that one, but I want Rebirth to win it. But then with art direction, I think Black Myth will win that one. Although I'd prefer to see Astrobot win. If you haven't played Astrobot, you're missing out on a pretty great experience. I'm going to move down a little bit here for, let's see here, games for impact. I'm going to go to community support. I put Helldivers 2. The reason I picked that one as the one that will win is because if you remember early when the game came out, they like rallied and did some stuff for like some kids that were in the hospital and stuff. The community is like always when given an option of like good or bad, they've always kind of drifted towards the good. So I think Helldivers 2 is going to win the community support award. I think Balatro is going to sweep the independent debut indie and mobile game awards. That game is top notch. For action, I think it's going to be Black Myth. And I think Astrobot will win action adventure. I just kind of wish these categories were merged and maybe had more. I don't know. But for RPG, I think it'll be Metaphor. I want it to be Rebirth, but I think it's going to be Metaphor. Yeah.
You think? I'll keep going. I'll ask you when you get to the category. Go ahead.
Which category? Because I may not get to it.
A family is what I was curious about.
Oh yeah, for family, I think Astrobot's going to win that one. Although I would like Echoes of Wisdom to win because it's a Zelda title.
That'll be an upset, I think, for a lot of people.
If it's Astrobot.
Yeah, I think a lot of people expect Nintendo to win that category.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Sports racing, I don't really care. I just put FC25 as the winner. I think multiplayer, I think it's going to be Helldivers 2 though. For TV show adaptation, I think it's going to be Arcane. I've heard a lot of great things about Arcane, although for me personally, I'd pick Fallout. And then most anticipated, that's a joke category this year. If it's not GTA 6, they're lying. I mean, come on. It's the most anticipated game probably of all time. Like, yes, the other games on that list are great, but no one on this planet is just like, not really. I mean, everyone is pumped for 6. So, and watch one of you guys challenge me on that, but I don't care. I'm still right. But okay, what are some of yours? And if you want to touch a category I didn't mention, I've got every category except for the streamers and esports because F those, I don't care. But throw out some thoughts on those.
I would have to agree with audio design because you have Astrobot for both. The sound in that game, not only that comes through your sound bar, or your speakers, but also through your controller, is phenomenal. They did a really good job with sound design on that team. Trying to think of what else. I'm trying to remember who was in the categories for impact, but yeah, I could see Hellblade 2 because it obviously has to do with mental illness. I could definitely see them winning that category.
Yeah.
You think Fortnite over Final Fantasy, huh?
I do. I mean, as much as it hurts me, I mean, I want it to be Final Fantasy.
They've had a big year, Fortnite has, honestly.
And did you see what's coming out this week?
Is it the Lego thing?
The Life Sim. They're basically releasing their version of GTA Online for free this week.
And is it with Legos or?
Yeah, Legos. It's like Lego City Undercover, but as a 32-player social RPG.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
I'm excited to play it, man.
Yeah,
especially now that we're got some kid on a hoverbike nuking me the second I log in. At least I don't think I do. I mean, I guess I might.
Yeah.
The customization of their living space looked to be more detailed than GTA's 5 as well.
Oh wow! Can I have you guys come over and us do a bong together or what?
I don't know if they're gonna have bongs in Lego Fortnite, but if they do, sure.
Sure. Jared, did you have anything to add?
The only one, so for VR, you have, you think Asgard will win? I definitely think it could be Batman. Like okay. I'm leaning more towards Batman on that one. I mean, just because the promo they had going with the MetaQuest 3 and the 3S whenever it launched, where I feel like there's a lot more copies of that out in the world that people have played than have played Asgard. So that's just my opinion, but
Yeah, I actually Asgard's Wrath. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I actually think Asgard's Wrath is probably too old to to be on here. The only reason I think it will win is because it was getting like 10 out of 10s from everybody when it came out a year ago. So I actually kind of, in my opinion, I actually think it should be disqualified from this year. Because it came out, I mean, it was a game that was packaged with MetaQuest last year. Because I have it. I got my MetaQuest last year and I got a free copy of it. But it is like the highest reviewed game aside from like Half-Life Alyx. So that's the only reason I think it will win. Although recency bias plus Batman getting good reviews, I think absolutely could win. And that's the one I want to see win because, like I said, I don't think Asgard's Wrath should even be nominated. I think it's too old.
The only
It's
thing
too
I
old.
disagree with is that you have Frostpunk 2 as the will win and Age of Mythology as your want to win. Have you played Frostpunk 2?
I have not, but I've only heard great things. That's why I
It
think
is
it'll win.
very good. In
That's
my
why
opinion,
I think it will win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should play it and then change your list till you want it to win.
Oh, I no. Age of Empires, Age of Mythology franchise is like top 5 for me. That'll never change. That's me being a homer right there. I'm not gonna switch it.
Are we all gonna play Civ next year? Can I convince you all to play Civ with me?
I hope so.
I'll watch.
What?
Travis likes to watch.
Just play.
Yeah.
You don't have 1,000 hours to play to give?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not even
All
for
right,
your friends.
anything else to add before we move on?
No, I'm excited to see what announcements we get. I'm excited to see what wins. I hope what's his name? Chris Judge, who plays Kratos. I hope he somehow shows up and gives like a weird speech. I think it's not, and same thing for that one guy, Joseph, whatever from It Takes Two. He needs to get up and give a weird speech. His game's already leaked. That's going to be announced. So unfortunate for him. No one's going to be that surprised. But I hope we get some really cool announcements that has everybody talking for a while.
Do we have any takers on if there's going to be anybody that somehow gets on stage that shouldn't be there?
I hope not.
Last year, I don't think they did, right? I think they managed to not. It was the year before that. Somebody.
It was the year Elden Ring won because the guy was that last. No,
Yeah.
last year was Baldur's Gate 3, so it was the year before. Yeah,
Yeah.
or Tears.
Yeah.
It was last year was the Baldur's Gate Tears of the Kingdom year, so it was the year before.
Yeah, it was.
He just walked up there and saw Bill Clinton, didn't he?
Yeah, just like he owned the place.
That's funny.
So for me, the question that I had for you all is what genres, because I'm looking at all these different genres here, that makes up this list, but it got me thinking, like, what are some genres that you think are overdone in gaming and that you're sick of seeing? So for an example, for me, I'm kind of over crafting and building. I'm kind of over that. I'm kind of over battle royale games, and I'm also over franchises with yearly releases. Those are the 3 big things that I'm kind of over.
Okay.
What? Why are you shaking your head?
I mean, you just kind of feel like I'm being attacked.
Because you love all those things.
I do.
I feel like Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Travis.
I was gonna say, what battle royale game do you play?
I've been playing PUBG lately and Fortnite.
Oh God, you're gonna make me reinstall PUBG now, Justin? I loved PUBG originally.
Let's just go Turok
and
baby.
Warzone. I've been playing like a lot of battle royales. That might be my most played genre, actually.
I think for me, it's not really a genre, but I don't. So there's some things that should be live service, right? So like Fortnite works as a live service, World of Warcraft works as a live service. I don't like the idea of like COD being the way it is, for example. So I'm okay with the yearly releases for that, but it feels like it's more of a live service game than what it needs to be almost. And I'm not sure if you all agree or disagree with that, but I miss the days of like Black Ops 2. You buy the game, you can buy 4 DLC packs, and that's your game. Like, it doesn't have to be all the extra mess that comes with it. Do I enjoy the extra content most of the time? Sure, but I don't enjoy having 8 million things on my UI that was designed by the same software developer that came up with Hulu's UI, right? Like, that's my biggest thing, and I don't think, because everybody's going to love and hate different games, so I think it's hard to say a certain category it's overdone, because like the crafting, building, survival simulators, Forest, Sons of the Forest, I love those games. Battle Royales, PUBG was the first game I ever owned whenever I bought a PC. Simulators are a maybe, just because there's bad Sims out there.
Did you
And
really write Sims on there, Travis?
No, I didn't put Sims on there.
Was it something else? And you
I
changed
think
it?
I think I was gonna start typing. I think I was
Simpsons?
gonna try to start typing survival, and I accidentally wrote Sims.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
I don't know.
Well, never mind.
I had updated his notes and put something else there, but he deleted the word in front of it.
What was it?
I'm not gonna say.
I'll give you
Say it.
two. I'll give you one
Say it.
guess.
Was it Wiener Sims?
Sim wieners.
Sim Wieners.
And then he deleted the word wiener, but left Sims, so that threw you off on your talk.
It did. Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot for that. Appreciate
I'm gonna
that.
count that as a win.
I hate you.
Oh man.
All right. So anything else to add, Jared, before you go to your topic?
No, I think I'm done.
Perfect. I'm excited for yours. I think we should do favorite and least favorite or overhyped. I think we should do both.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's tough.
Okay.
Oh, I got mine.
So I asked Travis earlier, just to preface if it was too early, but it is December 10th at this point. So I think we're tell me about it. I think we're at the point now it's safe to ask you all, what is your favorite Christmas movie? And as Travis said, what's your favorite? And then what's the one you think is the most overhyped?
I can tell you my most that I think is most overhyped and I do not like, and I've tried, is A Christmas Story.
Oh.
You're wrong, but
I just can't with that movie. I think for me, my favorite, nostalgia wise, it's really hard for me to decide between obviously National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, just because it's a classic.
obviously.
But I also really like Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah.
I do like Jingle All the Way.
And then so it's a tie between them two, but my favorite animated Christmas movie is, did you all ever watch the movie that came out in 2019 called Klaus? Or maybe it's called
It's not.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, but it's about Santa, and that movie's real good. You all looking up popular Christmas movies? I see what you're doing there. Yep, love it, love it.
I just wanted
Do
to
you need
double
me
check
just to-
myself on something real quick.
Yeah, well, Justin's not prepared.
I'm prepared. I'm ready. Am I up?
Is it the Morocco Christmas of The Office? Is that it?
No. My favorite is gonna be Christmas Vacation. Classic. I watch it every year. Love it.
Merry
I
Christmas.
also,
Shitter's full.
yeah, I also have a second Christmas movie, and it's not a typical Christmas movie, but I love it. And it's a movie called Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds and Amy
Oh, yeah.
Adams. Takes place
Yeah.
at Christmas time, and it's hilarious. It's so funny. But the one I don't really care for that much is Elf.
Oh, thank God I'm not going to be the only one to say it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care for it. Or honestly, How the Grinch Stole Christmas too, the Jim Carrey one. They freak me out.
Okay, I changed my mind. You shut
Jared
your whore mouth.
ended. As soon as you said that, I saw the look in his eye.
Sorry.
So for me, going against Travis here, but I love the animated Jim Carrey Christmas. Oh no, you said Christmas Story. Sorry, Christmas Carol is one of my favorite all-time Christmas movies. The Jim Carrey one. I love that movie so much. My caveat one, which I will die on this hill. I was talking to Travis about earlier. I absolutely love, and it's a Christmas movie, whether you agree with me or not. But the Die Hard, I love Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie. Regardless of what you all say, it is a Christmas movie.
But what if Bruce Willis said it's not a Christmas movie?
Well, Bruce Willis is wrong. So,
ooh, I didn't age well. He's not doing too hot.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. That was really mean.
I'm sorry. But I am going to agree with Justin. My overhyped one is Elf. I've tried to watch that movie so many times, and I can't get into it. I can't. And it's one of those things I feel bad for not liking it because I know people love it, but I cannot enjoy that movie.
All right. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Do you guys have a favorite animated Christmas movie? Well, yours is animated, right, Jared?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to do a live action one where mine's animated, I really like Christmas with the Cranks, and then Christmas Vacation is
Ooh,
obviously
Christmas is the Cranks is good.
Charlie Brown
And
Christmas.
I know
Or,
it's not. I know it's not Christmas, but I always watch it around Thanksgiving. Is Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yep, that's actually what I looked up earlier because I couldn't remember if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas that he was trying to get home for. So
I think it's
also,
Thanksgiving, isn't it?
it is Thanksgiving. I also really like is it Deck the Halls? Is that where they're doing like the neighbor feud?
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
I like that movie as well. So
Okay. All right. Let me hold on just a second. Okay, so pick a random number between 1 and 60.
Justin, you're smiling. You know it has to be done.
Yep. Who's picking?
No, I'm asking my computer. It just gave me
Oh
the
my
number.
God.
What? Go ahead. What's your number?
60.
No, this is still the same 60 list, and you've already chose 60.
Then why'd you
And
have
you
the
chose-
computer pick 60?
I said between 1 and 60. It picked 24.
Okay.
You
What if
should
it
know
would've
that
picked
you've
si-
already
but what
picked
if it would've-
60.
What if it already picked? What if the computer picked 60?
Then I would have just had to go again. All
But
right.
then what if it picked 60 again?
All right. What's your favorite co-op game? So this is the mystery question of the week. So what's your favorite co-op game to play with friends? And it can even be a title that maybe isn't even like, what was your favorite co-op game pretty much to play with friends of all time? The one that just gives you that sweet feeling of
Talking about that head dopamine.
yeah, that dopamine, baby.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm trying to think for me,
Splinter Cell with you, Travis.
now you're lying.
I know.
I mean, the one I probably have the most memories with, and it's not necessarily a co-op game, but one of the first games I ever played on 360 with Xbox Live was Black Ops 2, and just playing like co-op zombies on that game, it's a core memory from my childhood.
I think for me, mine isn't as far back, but if I'm solely basing it off co-op and the amount of fun that I had with friends, it was probably when me and you, Jared, and a few other people played The Forest for a while.
Oh God. Co-op Forest, yeah. That's a good call too.
I think we were also on a modded server, and it was just real fun.
We were on a modded server.
I could make zip lines as long as I wanted to. It was so fun. I don't know why. It was just fun. That, and one of my favorite parts about it is when we would all go exploring in a cave together, and like people would just like see the things that were deep down the cave, and just everybody would start freaking out. It was just great. I kind of want to go back and revisit Sons of the Forest now that it's out of beta, because I didn't.
That's what I was about to say. That would be a fun one for all of us to play too, because I beat Sons of the Forest before there was a full-fledged story there, and you just had no idea what was going on. The game just kind of ended, said here's a cutscene, and it made no sense. But now there's a full story to it, so I would happily go back and play Sons of the Forest.
It's that, and then a close second would probably be the first feeling I got when I played the original Halo co-op, where I could drive and somebody could be in the back shooting. Like that was a really cool moment. And playing Capture the Flag. Honestly, original Halo 2 was Halo 2 the first one that went online? It was, right?
That's a question for Justin, and he's not paying attention. So
no,
Halo 2 was the first one that was online.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But multiplayer on Halo 2 for the first time and doing like Capture the Flag and all those type of modes was just really fun as well. So
speaking of Halo, Maddie and I talked to her the other night about going to Lexington Comic-Con next year, and the voice actor for Master Chief is going to be there.
Justin said he'd be there, and I'll be there.
Oh yeah,
I'll be there.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay.
You'll bring Owen. You'll bring Owen too.
He'd like that.
Yeah. All right. So what about
I'll
you
see
guys?
y'all there.
What?
Co-op.
No, I was asking what Jared said.
I said, so I'll see you all there.
Yes. For me, probably Sea of Thieves recently. That's just a really good vibe game, and the fact that it's co-op adds to it. Just kind of sailing, especially like at night when it's kind of creepy and there's no ships around. Like your team's just playing your instruments and
you hear the
navigating to
mermaids.
your next. Yeah.
Sirens calling.
Yeah, you know, then when it does get intense and like a kraken appears or you're fighting another ship, it's just a really good game that just has great vibes. 10 out of 10 on vibes.
10 out of 10 on vibes.
That's right.
Even though I downloaded that and you still haven't played it with me, but
well, I haven't played since that night.
We'll play Rivals with you though, because that's the new hotness.
So, anybody have plans after this? Or are we playing Rivals?
I'm gonna go eat dinner after this.
Yeah.
Where's my invitation to dinner? But okay.
Jared, did you have anything else to add?
I mean, you brought up a good point about the forest. Black Ops 2 is not. Most of mine are going to come from 360 because that's just like the nostalgia of it. Playing
honestly, GTA 5 online. I had a lot of memories playing that game too.
Battlefield 4, whenever it came out, because that was like the first Battlefield I ever came to. I still think to this point that it's probably my most played game based off of hours.
Battlefield 4 was so good.
Or something good that came from something bad, but being out or just everything being closed down for COVID, and just that was when Warzone was like the OG Warzone. Playing through OG Warzone just when everybody was working shorter shifts at work, everybody was off school, like it was an experience.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and move into what we are looking forward to. So, Jared, we'll go ahead and start with you, buddy.
So this week, not a whole lot that really going on. I mean, obviously we have Christmas coming up here in a couple weeks, but really looking forward to playing some more Indiana Jones. I'm almost out. I don't know how far you've made it, Justin. I know Travis hasn't played yet, but I'm almost out of the first city that you go to.
I'm not. So
okay, I will tell you there is. Travis, when you get a chance to play, and Justin, I'm sure you'll agree, but you'll have your main story quest, which you can just fly through it. But there is so much stuff that just happens side quest wise, or random people you can talk to that will give you another mission. That
wait a second, is this Indiana Jones game open world?
Kinda,
like, yeah,
like open area.
Open area would be a better way to put it. Yeah. Don't think like
I wasn't
GTA
expecting that, honestly.
World.
I thought you were just going to be playing through stages.
No, it's you're playing through chunks, and those chunks have open areas.
Yeah, the intro. Yeah, the intro level is kind of linear, just because it's the. I won't say what it is, but
you're playing through the first movie, yeah.
Yeah, so you're playing for it's very linear on it, but it's. That intro, it's so good because you're just
like shot for shot.
It's shot for shot. They even kept in the like whenever he called the guy the wrong name, for the voice line from the original Indiana Jones, it's still in there. It's so good.
How does Troy Baker do as Indy?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I know I only got to play it starting today, but I do look forward to playing some more Rivals coming up, and I hope to get to play with you all some as well. Travis, I know you and I will. Justin just hates us, so he probably won't play with us. But
I had to work.
You were sick. I don't know why you didn't just come play Rivals to make yourself feel better.
You know, I say that, Justin. About this. 2 thumbs down, baby.
See, look, you made it rain on his parade, Justin. Good job.
Yes, 100%. What about you? Yeah, you don't know.
Other than that, the only other thing I'm really looking forward to is the next half of Secret Level comes out in this coming week, I believe. Like I said, I had a few episodes that were definitely my favorites, but I'm looking forward to see what they have on the second half of the release. So,
very cool. What about you, Justin?
Yeah, so this week is a big week for me. We get Dexter Original Sin. We get The Office.
It'll be a weekly premiere, right? It won't be like all at once, right?
Yeah. Okay. We get The Office Season 8 Superfan episodes that come out on the same day, I believe. I'm looking forward to playing more Indiana Jones and playing Marvel Rivals just by myself. Marvel Rivals, playing it by myself with no one else, just me. No, that's not
That's
true.
a lie. You were playing with people in your, I think one person in your group the other day.
Let me fix this.
It wasn't Jared and I.
There's like 8 people in our Discord and we're playing. Yeah, we had to take turns.
There you go. I fixed the note for you, Justin, that I changed it to.
No, I do look forward to playing it with both of you tonight, hopefully. After I eat dinner, maybe we can hop in and get a few games in. But I'm looking forward to... What was that
Sorry.
spoiler warning alert for? Oh my!
Nothing.
Spoiler warning. We're never gonna play. No, I'm kidding. That'd be a fun one to stream. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So that's pretty much all I've got for me.
Yeah. See what I did there?
I just need that to stay there constantly every time we ever record from now on.
Now he's gonna try to get me. All right. So for me,
I
I'm
can't
excited.
put anything that won't get us in trouble.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm excited for Christmas and New Year's. I can't believe neither of you chuckleheads said that.
Oh, it's
Too
not,
far out.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. This is the last time we're recording in December, so I can never mention that I'm excited for
This
Christmas or
bunch,
New
you
Year's
never
ever
know,
again.
honestly.
As long as you don't start bleeding from your ear again, we should be fine.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. All right, so I'm looking forward to those two things, but I'm also looking forward to getting to start Indiana Jones once. I've been debating this whole like new GPU or do I just play it on Series X? You know, how is widescreen support? You said except the cutscenes, everything else is fine.
Yes. Well, no. So it's even though I have my resolution set to 5120 by 1440, it's not in ultra wide.
Oh,
Gotcha.
mine is.
Really?
But
Well,
I'm
he has a 34, you got a 49.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So mine is there's a there's a display mode called cinematic. So it puts it at the center of my screen and kind of fades it off into the black bars on the side. So it doesn't fit the full 49. It still looks really good. Which one thing to mention about that too is, Justin, I know it's a small thing, and Travis, you haven't got to play yet, but the loading screens when you load back in from leaving the game, it loads you in like just a camera shot from behind Indy while you're wherever you were standing when you exited the game, and you hit continue, and it takes you straight in the first person view, and you're back into the game again.
That's tight. I like that.
Dude, just beating people in that game is so much fun.
The punch sound effects, dude, it's so good.
I'm looking forward
I've
to
used my gun one time that entire game.
Yeah, I don't even use it.
Well, let's go ahead and get in picks of the weeks. But before we do this, I do want to ask, how's the whip play? Is it good, swinging and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really fun to like hit somebody in the face and like, and then you just go up and start pummeling them, punch them in the face.
Have you been using your upgrades, Justin?
Yeah, I've got a few upgrades already. Not for the whip yet, but
yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and get in pick of the week. And Justin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so I figured I saw what Jared's going to pick, so I'm going to go different so we cover all of our bases. I'm going to go with Marvel Rivals. I also have more time in that game, and like I said, I did the betas. I was in 2 different beta phases for this. This was a game that I was the most hyped for, for coming into this tail end of the year. So I'm super glad that it's out now. I'm glad that it's delivering, and it's just awesome. I'm also glad that you guys are loving it. All my friends are loving it. Like everyone I know that plays this game is just having a blast. So hopefully it's a game that lives on for a long time. And it's continued to be supported with new characters, maps, game modes. And man, I'm usually like, I don't think the game is that scummy. Like it does have a store, but it's never like in your face, like buy this, buy this, buy this. Like here's the sales, blah, blah, blah. But when you do like click on that store tab, they've got some good like skins. It's taken all I have to not like buy that Wolverine one because it looks awesome. But yeah, I'm excited to see.
Do they have a season pass or not?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
There's like a mini one right now to hold you over till the first season. It's smaller and it costs less. So if you jumped in, you would get that. Also, the season passes do not expire. So if you buy, you get the next one. You still have both. You can work towards kind of like how
that's great.
That one game Helldivers does.
Yeah.
Unlocking things in the battle pass, annoying. That's my only gripe against this game. Super annoying. You don't just earn XP and unlock things as you go. You have to
do certain things.
You have to do quests and then get unlocked tokens. So that's how it'll happen. So if you have both battle passes later, you'll have to pick and choose where you're allocating your money, your unlock points.
All right, Jared, what about you?
Pick of the week for me is something we've kind of touched on throughout this episode, but Indiana Jones and the Golden Circle is by far my pick of the week. Don't get me wrong, I am enjoying Rivals, but just having an actual Indiana Jones single player experience that, one, looks this good, two, plays as well as it does. And in my opinion, so far, again, I'm only about 2.5, 3 hours in because I've been doing a lot of the side quests. Story is probably better than these last two Indiana Jones games, in my opinion. It definitely is on par with the original 3 movies, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm not sure if you'd agree with that, Justin, but like it's very good. If you get a chance, play it. If you have Game Pass, it's free. If you're like Travis and don't have Game Pass, I would argue that it's worth your money to buy it, or just buy a new GPU and get it for free. But
or just drop 700
1 month of
to
Game Pass,
$1,000.
or $1,000 GPU.
says the guy that doesn't have Game Pass.
I know. I'm saying it's probably a better deal just to get Game Pass. What I'm trying to say.
But yeah, that game is fantastic. It looks good. It's very well optimized. The combat's amazing. The story's amazing.
Well, Jared, you're amazing.
Thank you, Travis.
And I'm not the only one that thinks that.
I'll send you that $5 later.
5 doll hairs. All right. So for my pick of the week, I left it blank because I didn't want anybody to know. But my pick of the week is actually, this is going to be a hot take.
We're going to judge him for it so hard. I can already feel it.
Well, no, it's not what I'm about to reveal. What I'm about to reveal is my pick of the week is actually the PlayStation Portal. Is actually what my pick of the week is. The biggest reason is, obviously, the PlayStation Portal is for streaming from your PS5 to the Portal. However, they just recently updated. They now have cloud beta where you can actually, if you're a PlayStation Plus premium member, you can stream over 250 games directly to it. And it's by far the best streaming quality of anything I've ever played.
Dang.
Really?
It streams at a max of 1080p. And I put Doom on it last night, and I don't know what the actual native refresh rate of that screen is, but it felt like it was 120, but I don't think it's 120. And there was no screen tearing, nothing. Yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal. I even played, what was it? I played, trying to think of what it's called. Rebirth. I started Rebirth.
Oh, nice.
I streamed it. No issues at all. So that
you streamed it from the cloud or from your PlayStation 5?
From the cloud. From the cloud.
Okay.
What's happening here, Justin?
What do you mean?
I think what everybody's alluding to is to make Justin feel better about himself. My Legion Go, my handheld console that I had, it had an accident, and because of that, I was able to partake in a PS5 and a PlayStation Portal for the cost of that handheld. So it, now I got a PS5 for sale.
I do want to say something, and I am now gonna call you out. So over the weekend, Travis calls me, and I'm watching a movie with my kid. I can't answer, and I text him like, "Hey, I can't call. What's up?" He goes, "I can't say it. You can have no record of this conversation ever taking place." So I'm thinking like, oh, like something crazy's happened.
Travis is getting sued. Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh gosh, okay. I thought he was gonna tell me he was in New York last week, and I was like, what? No, I'm kidding. But
oh god, it took me a second on that one, but Jesus Christ.
Jared.
Is that why we got random emails titled manifesto from you, Travis?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna play this so you can actually see. Let me see if I can bring it in here. I sent this to Justin. He never replied.
I actually haven't watched it yet. That's why I forgot.
So this is streaming from the cloud connected to the hotspot of my iPad. And this is streaming at full 1080p, like while I'm sitting in the parking lot on my lunch. And that's over a hotspot, so not even home Wi-Fi or anything
that's
like that.
Nuts.
Yeah. And then just I have it. Hold on. Let me I'll pull it up.
That might actually, so we were talking about handhelds that I was interested in a few weeks ago or last week, something like that. That might, I didn't know that was a thing.
And they had an open box, so I got a good deal on it. So
that might actually be a move right there. So because I mean, if I'm going to play anything on handheld, I want to do like single player.
This isn't going to be immaculate gameplay because I'm recording with one hand and trying to. I literally just run forward, but like this is it. Like full 1080p on my hotspot, just all this chaos going on just over the internet. So yeah, and then so there's a ton of titles, but yeah, so. Oh, wow. I see what you did there. Get that ticker out of here, mister.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I've played my Portal more than I've played my Pro, so I can't actually say that.
You're going to return the Pro.
Because I asked Justin, I said, give me some good games to play outside of The Last of Us, because this man has played through The Last of Us more than anybody other than my sister that I know. And he will play through it just because it looks better. Not that it plays better or the story's any different. Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, however, the game that I was super impressed by, Demon Souls on the PS5.
Oh, I haven't played that one yet.
Crazy. I actually did remote play it to my Portal while laying in bed last night, and it looked phenomenal even on there because the performance of the Portal is actually better if you have a PS5 if you're streaming it. So it actually works out pretty well.
How's the battery life on the Portal?
Yeah. So does anybody have anything else before we close out here?
How's the battery life on the Portal, Travis? Just out of curiosity.
If you're streaming, it's great. Like most people say, especially if you're doing a remote play, like 5 to 6 hours. If you're streaming over the internet, I think it's similar because it's streaming. It doesn't actually require any super hardware related things. You know what I mean? That's like my Legion Go. If I was to stream games to it, my battery life, I could get 5 to 6 hours. But if I actually try to play something on it, I'm talking like an hour and a half. So, but anyways, outside of that, Jared or Justin, you got anything? So keep a lookout. We're probably going to try to stream at some point in the near future. We might also, depending on how everybody's schedules work out, we may also try to stream live during the Video Game Awards, depending on what everyone's doing. But outside of that, I think that's it. Until next time, peace. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Nerds with Mics. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into all things nerdy, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please make sure not to forget to leave us a review wherever you listen or watch. Your feedback always helps us grow. And if you know a fellow nerd that would love the show, share it with them. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay awesome, and keep those mics on.